I'm Stuart Cameron. Welcome to Friday's Look at Rugby. In the show today, a chat with some of the people involved in the success of St Boswells Rugby Club over the past 2 years. And we hear from the Scotland camp ahead of the Calcutta Cup game tomorrow at Twickenham. But let's start with a look back at last week when Hawick got through to the final of the Scottish Cup by beating Heriot 6-3, Lee Armstrong kicking 2 penalties to 1 by Graham Wilson. It was 6-3 at the break, no scoring after half-time, but the talk was all about the 66 phases put in by Heriots at the end of the game, lasting over 10 minutes, with the Greens defending it incredibly well. The 66 phases ended with a touchdown by Max Learmonth, but Greg Cottrell got his hand under the ball to prevent the try and put Hawick through. I spoke after the game to Green skipper Rory Hutton.
First half was a bit of a non-event really. We obviously had the mindset of using the wind, and Heriots just starved us of possession, so it never really came to anything. But obviously the times we did spend in there and getting that 6 points, it was invaluable, and just sheer blood and guts in that second half, and can't be prouder of the boys.
I mean, talk about discipline at the end. That was fantastic.
Definitely. Obviously you give great credit to Heriots for them managing to keep hold of the ball for that amount of phases, and obviously us not giving away a penalty, because apparently we'd have probably took it into extra time. So the boys dug deep. There's some massive hits going in, Heriots boys running at full pelt, and just I'm imagine there'll be some sore bodies tomorrow.
It's been a long time, 13 years since you were back at BT Murrayfield in a cup final.
A massive occasion for the club. I think the last time they were there was 38 supporters buses or something went, so it's massive for the town, and to get this club back in the map for where it where we think it belongs, and hopefully we can just take that next step and lift it.
And St Boswells are going up with you.
Oh, that's good. So there'll be a strong Borders contingent, and I think that always adds to the cup. I think so you probably quite like when there's a Borders team there for the crowd they get.
Absolutely. What a day for Hawick. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Hawick will play Boroughmuir in the final on April the 18th. Also last Saturday, St Boswells made it to the final of the National Shield competition. But with 3 minutes to go, it looked as if North Berwick would take their 2-year unbeaten record from them, as they were 10-0 up. But tries from David Cassidy and Terry Skeet set up a touchline conversion for Dean McCracken to win the game, and he was successful. Well, I caught up with St Boswell's main man Dave the Brick Elliott, centre Greg Wiley, and first of all, Captain Ryan Hogg. Was it as tough as you thought it would be, because it went right to the wire?
Yeah, it was a really tough game. Big wind in the game. It really stopped us sort of throwing the ball about, which we are famed for doing, moving the ball wide, fast game, and it brought in a real dogfight, didn't it, really?
Now, after 2 years of being unbeaten, all of a sudden, 3 minutes to go or so, you're 10-0 down, you get a try from David Cassidy, and then one in injury time by Skeets. Not an easy conversion for Dean McCracken, but he got it. What a kick that was.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I'd seen how the wind was. I'd just walked myself back to the halfway line. I was just standing looking, thinking, this is just the impossibility, and it went over. It was going wide, and it slipped back in, went over, and it was the thrill, the excitement was unbelievable. It was great.
I think one of your players tweeted 77 minutes of the worst I've ever felt, and then 3 minutes of ecstasy. Yeah,
as I say, it was absolutely for the club, the boys, everybody. It's been putting the work in all season, over last season. It's just great, a great achievement to get there, and words are hard to explain. It's great.
And of course your connections with Hawick are obvious as well, and both Hawick and St Boswells heading up to Murrayfield.
Yeah, and as I say, we're there, Hawick's there, my hometown. I've watched the Hawick video on YouTube, and it was great to watch that as well. It just shows you that rugby's for 80 minutes, winning or losing, you have to play at the final whistle, which we did yesterday to get a victory, and Hawick did it yesterday to hold on to the lead that they had.
And of course the Borders, such a special place in Scottish rugby. Of course, everyone says it's the heartland, and we've been missing really for the last few years in the cup final, but we're all back again.
Yeah, that's, as you say, you put it correctly there. Boswells at the finals day, Hawick at the finals day, but away from that, you've now got Selkirk's done well. They're back up into the Premier League next year, unbeaten this season in the league, so Border rugby's thriving, and it's great to see.
Greg, what an achievement for the boys.
Unbelievable, Stuart. Just fighting to the last minute. we all thought it was going, but just to knuckle down, and when Terry went over for that try, it's just unbelievable. We thought maybe we went to extra time with the win. I thought Dean might have missed a kick, but we were confident we'd maybe win in extra time because we had the upper hand. But when Dean slotted that kick, it was just ecstasy. It was unbelievable.
It was an incredible kick, wasn't it?
It was.
No pressure.
Exactly. I heard Gary Douglas say to Dean, if you miss this, there's no Murrayfield, and it maybe put a wee bit pressure on Dean, but it was an unbelievable kick.
Tell me a little bit about the spirit in the camp.
Everyone knows that we're coming around for the borders, like different towns, but like it's a great bunch of lads. It's really good, and we're all like close. It's like a family, really. It is a good bunch of lads.
And it's been a fantastic few years. Because it wasn't long ago that Dumfries, I think it was putting 200 points on St Boswells. It's all completely changed around. How's that happened?
I just think, like to ourselves that come from the YM, we've had that winning mentality in us, and just to fight to the last minute, and just obviously North Berwick were like second in league above, and we thought obviously we would be the underdogs, and but on the home patch we thought we could maybe do it, and we obviously did go and do that at the end. But with 4 minutes to go and 10-0 down, we've seen it slipping away from us, and obviously think, North Berwick's going to be the first team to beat us in 2 years. It was just, but when Terry scored in that corner, I was just jumping about for joy. It was unbelievable.
And how far can this club go?
I think next year's going to be tough as well, but we've already beat Berwick, we've beat North Berwick, and they're like Berwick's top of that league, and it looks like they might get promoted, or North Berwick will get promoted. So we've beat both them. We beat Dalkeith in the friendly at the start of the season as well, who were third in that league, and we obviously put Lendine and the Hoyt Quins to the sword. So I don't know how far we can go, but we'll obviously try and strengthen again next year. And obviously the further we get up in the leagues, the more we might try and attract players, and especially getting to Murrayfield. You just don't know. People might want to be part of this team.
Because National League 3 obviously is a definite possibility after next year.
Yeah, definitely. It's I think we'll be there and thereabouts next year again. David Cassidy's done really well in the coaching and also getting people in, like so Mikey McVie, a big signing from Selkirk, and we've got Terry Skeet from Kelso, and that. It's a great bunch of lads.
Well, Dave the Brick Elliott, we meet again.
That's it, exactly. We're under more happy circumstances this time than last year, but I think the guys had a point to prove, and they've proved it.
What were your thoughts? 5 minutes to go, you're 10-0 down.
Well, I thought we were if we could get a score, and we got the score. We just took the blue, and then I thought, have we got time to get another one? Well, from the kick-off, I think Dean McCracken chipped the ball down into the corner. We got the ball at the line out and had 2 or 3 goes at the line, and Terry Skeet appeared, and I was right on the line, and he was driven over, and I looked and I saw him, the ball was on the line, and the referee was looking, and I shouted, "It's a try, it's a try," and he went, "Yes!" It was a try. So he went to take the kick. I had confidence he would kick it, and unbelievable. The crowd, the players, was up in the air. They were dancing in the streets of Mosels. It was unbelievable, I'll tell you.
Last year, of course, it was the ball competition.
It was.
And we all know what happened there. Sadly, you were kicked out just before the final. Rightly or wrongly, you were out. You had to step up a level to do it this year.
Oh, yes, we had to step up a level. We've brought in a couple of 3 players, and it's really, they've pulled them in, and we'll be looking for even better things in the future. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. It's unbelievable.
So you're off to Murrayfield, BT
it.
Murrayfield, and you're 66 years old. Are you going to get a place on the bench? Because there's a lot of people wanting those jerseys.
Well, that's what I say. I would rather see that the guys that are in the team, if there was a space, I would take it. But, well, I would hope that the lads that want to be there, I'd like to see the lads get in before me. They deserve it, because what happened last year, I was very disappointed in what happened to them, but they've proved a point this year, and it's unbelievable, as I said before. If there's a space on the bench, I may amble on.
You'll find a way onto that pitch anyway.
Somebody will take me on with my Zimmer, I think. Somebody will push me on, even if it's a wheelchair.
But it's not just an ambition for yourself, it's an ambition for St Boswells Club.
That's what I say. That was what I'm more concerned with, is to make sure that the club got to Murrayfield, and I'll be the proudest man there watching, even if I'm not on the subs bench. It's an achievement, and it's something that's never been done We got to the semi-final a few years ago against Gordonians, but this is really something special this time. We were meant to win yesterday, and that was it, 12-10. It was unbelievable, and as I said, these stories only come once in a lifetime. Unbelievable. I couldn't have wrote the book myself if I tried.
And so to tomorrow. In the Premiership, it's tight at the top for that fourth playoff spot to join Heriot's Ayr and Melrose. Gala currently have 43 points, Curry are on 42, Hawick have 41. Simply put, if Gala get a bonus point win at Golden Acre, then they're fourth regardless of any other result. If they win without a bonus point, there's still a chance for Curry to catch them, but they'd need a big win over Glasgow Hawks when that game gets played probably later this month. And with Hawks having the best defensive record this season, that would be unlikely. Then, of course, there's Hawick. If they win at Boroughmuir and Gala lose or even draw at Heriot's, the Greens could go past them. But it's all pretty tight stuff for that fourth promotional place, which would give whoever makes it an away game at Heriot's. Also tomorrow, of course, it's the Kolkata Cup at Twickenham with a 5 o'clock kick-off. Scotland haven't won there for 32 years, and they've lost all their 3 opening games in the Six Nations. We spoke with Captain Greg Laidlaw during the week.
It's been a tough few days. The disappointment from the Italian game, clearly we let ourselves down, so the coaches have got stuck right in us, and rightly so, and needs to be a reaction now this weekend, and that's what we're focused on. The game speaks for itself, the sort of history of the game, and it's a privilege to be involved in, and we need to put in a performance that merits that.
Finn Russell is back partnering Greg at 10 and revealed that he watched the Italy game, which he was banned from playing in, on television.
Could have come through, but I thought I'd just take a weekend away from international and just get away from it all, I guess. I mean, yeah, it'd been frustrating kind of watching it being here, but I think also kind of, if I was here, it'd have not brought back memories or anything, but I was kind of over the ban and thought, that's it, it's out of the way, it's pat behind me, and I think if I came back, it'd been a lot of sort of talking to people about it, and it's kind of like I say, it's behind me now, and it's on to the next thing. 3 defeats isn't how we exactly planned the championship to go, but I think that the last thing we need to do is sort of get down on ourselves and start almost questioning each other. They've been sort of 3 good performances, and in a couple of games it's sort of been the bounce of the ball that sort of went against us. And I think that like the last thing we need to do is start questioning ourselves and our ability. We know we've got a good group of players, and we know we can win these games, and it's just if the bounce of the ball went our way in a couple of games and took a couple of opportunities, it could have been a different result, and we might have had 1, 2 or 3 wins. I think that the last thing we need to do is sort of get on top of ourselves and start doubting our ability.
Finn Russell. Well, I'll be at Twickenham for the match, hoping to end a 44-year jinx of not seeing a Scottish away win, but you must never give up hope. Stuart McFarlane will be at Golden Acre for Heriot's v Gala on Saturday Scoreboard Live, and we'll also be keeping an eye on Hawick's match at Boroughmuir. But that's it for your Rugby Tonight.